Hibiscus SVG, click Save, and now it is on our computer. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go to Silhouette Studio, click the open icon, click Ohana Hibiscus. There we go. Now as you can see, there are two different versions of the design, and what we want to do is ungroup it. So now everything is separate pieces. We're going to undo that. And we're going to go down to the bottom Ohana design because there are two for this month. And you can choose whichever one you like. I am doing the top one. So we're going to select delete. Now we're going to go up to the top Ohana and delete the black background and the extra little black pieces that are in here because we are doing a dark gray shirt, so you don't need all of the little bitty pieces of black. So undo that. I accidentally selected a white layer. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Edit, and we're going to select, we're under File, go to Select by Color, and we're going to select by Fill. First thing we're going to choose is the dark green layer, and we're going to right click and select Group. Now that is all one piece. We're going to now go to the light green layer, and we're going to select Group. Now that is all one piece. And you're going to repeat the steps for each color. Now, to send this to cut, we're just going to take and delete those for right now. And we're going to select this green layer and select Cut. There we go. And we're going to choose, this is going on regular heat transfer, so we would choose heat transfer smooth. The other colors other than the two green layers, you will choose glitter heat transfer. So let's see. Heat transfer glitter. And you want to remember to mirror your design because, and you go under Object, flip horizontally, because if not, it will not cut right for your shirt. So, and you just go through and select each layer and do the same thing. Now what we're going to do, and we're not going and showing the whole steps for every color because that would take too long. Now we're going to go to the Cricut design space, click Upload Image, go to Browse, select Ohana Hibiscus, click Open. And this is a big file, so this will take a moment. Okay. Select the file, click Insert Image. And as you can see, it will take a moment because it is such a big file. And in here, for some reason, it loads a little weird, but it's still the same thing. Now we're going to delete that. Okay, first thing we want to do ungroup. So ungroup. Ungroup. And as you can see, we're just ungrouping all of the colors. Ungroup. Now let's check and see. Nope, something's still grouped. Okay. Okay. And it's thinking, so give it a moment. Ah, that's what's ending. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just going back and undoing what I just did. Okay. Now we're going to ungroup that. There we go. Now everything is separated. Now we can take there we go. Now we're going to take and select the entire bottom layer and delete it. Now what we're going to do is go by color, which there are a lot of pieces, and we're going to just take and select everything that is in the coral shade first. Yeah. And sometimes this works better if you weld it in stages so that way you don't mess it up. So we're just going to reselect all that we just did. And weld. So now all of the coral is one piece. Now we're going to do the same thing with the white. Okay, so now the white layer's done. Now we're going to do our yellow. And this can be a little time consuming. And that's part of the reason why I didn't show it for both programs, doing every little thing. But there we go. Now all of our yellow is one piece. Now we're going to do the lime green. And part of the reason why I'm showing the pink, saving the pink for last, which will actually be cut in the neon bellflower, is because of, I'll show you a trick to it. Okay, since that one has so many little pieces. Now we're going to do the dark green layer. Which there's a ton of little green pieces too, as you can see. There we go. Now we can weld that together. Now all that's left is the pink, so we can take and select that and weld. Now as you can see, everything is now divided into these 6 colors, and we're going to go ahead and click on Make It. And we want to remember to mirror each piece. There we go. There we go. Now we're going to click Continue. Glitter iron on. My vinyl cut, so we're going to go ahead and weed it all. Which this is so easy to weed. The only problem with this one is there are 6 colors, but for all of you who are entered into the scrap box drawings, these colors will be included in the scrap box. So, there's a lot of extra pieces. There we go. Color 1. And to me, the regular HTV is harder to weed than the glitter, but they all weed pretty easily. And you don't have to be super gentle with it. I mean, it works the way that it's supposed to. It's very easy to do. And all of the colors that are in this are available on the website. I am hopefully going to get this kit added up onto the website as well. So that will be an option for y'all to purchase if you are not part of the Patreon and get this as a monthly kit. So. Sorry, that's my husband's phone ringing. There we go. And see, part of it is that it's so hard to get these things shot, especially for a longer tutorial like this, because we have to wait till it's quiet, which almost never happens, so. Go. People walking up and down the street, you can probably hear them on the audio. There we go. But this has hibiscus and plumeria, which are, both of them are some of my favorite flowers. I'm not sure if you know this, but Lilo and Stitch is probably, that and Moana are 2 of my favorite Disney movies. And when you get the kits, it comes with full sheets. So you get a whole sheet. So if you mess up, you can always recut and try again. So now that is weeded, what we're going to take and do is lay our
t-shirt onto the heat press. And I load mine on here. Most heat presses you can't, but you can take and just lay it over the top. And I pull it where my seams are equal on either side. And I'm going to lay my t-shirt guide, which this is the 16-inch t-shirt guide. The reason why I use the 16-inch is because this is a 16 by 20-inch press. Now, whenever we do multi-layers like this is all kind of goes together like a puzzle. And we fold it in half. But we want to start with, see, this is how it puts together. So you can kind of see roughly what it's supposed to look like. But you want to start with your regular colors, your regular HTV, because you can layer regular colors over each other, but you can layer glitter over it, but you cannot layer regular over glitter. So we're going to start with our regular colors first. Cover it with a Teflon sheet. And remember, my heat press is heated to 315 degrees for 15 seconds. But what we're going to do is we're going to barely heat these layers on to start with, because we don't want to change the shape of the vinyl. So there we go. And as you can see, I'm just fitting the pieces in together. And it doesn't have to be exact or perfect, but you want it to be pretty close, especially on your base layers. So now we've got that. And I've gotten a lot of questions over my heat press. This is a Hotronix Air Fusion. This is a professional grade press. It is very expensive. If I didn't do direct to garment, this is not the heat press that I would have. I would honestly have a more basic press like the one I bought off of Amazon. There we go. That's our purple layer. And there is supposed to be some room in between the pieces. So just so you know, it would be the outline of the design. Okay. And it's fun because it goes together like a puzzle. So when you put the first layer, it looks funky. But when you get your other layers on, it really comes together. And I get asked quite a bit about care for shirts. And as long as everything is applied correctly, these will be able to be washed and dried. There we go. Just like normal, the vinyl will outlast the shirt if it's applied correctly. Because I get questions from people who are like, well, my shirt, it came off. Now, you do not need to pre-wash shirts. last but not least, now we'll go for the full 15 seconds because fabric softener can affect how the vinyl will adhere to your shirts. So. Okay. So as you can see, how cute that came out. It's nice and straight and everything lays together the way it's supposed to. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I will leave a link to the scrap box drawing in the description box so you can comment on that for your chance to win. As well as if you take and sign up for Patreon for the $1 a month or more, you will be entered in for that scrap box as well, which we draw for the Patreon on the 1st of the month and the regular one on September the 4th. Other than that, don't forget to check me out on all my social medias, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. So thanks, and y'all have a great day.